Hey guys, Sometimes Crazy here, back with another Krunker YouTube video. So in the most recent update of Krunker 2.5.8, the Karambit got a small spin animation that happens when you take the weapon out, like switching from another weapon, and when you inspect the Karambit. I thought that this looked really cool, and when you inspect any other knife, it does have a new animation where it just like shows the knife. I didn't think that was good enough. So I took the time to replace all the models and one skin for the model of each knife and put it on the Karambit. So for example, the wrench, there's only one skin for the wrench, which is the wrench, so that's fine. I replaced the Karambit with the wrench to show what the spin animation would look like for the wrench. So like on models that had multiple skins like Loomis and knife, default knife, I only used one skin. So this was because it's more to show off what the models would look like when they're span around like the Karambit is, not necessarily what the skins look like. So without further ado, I'm going to shut up and put some music on and let the clips roll.
What they've done gave the power to the issue for a death break in their guns. A war of two sides full of anger bleeds the country like a scar. Gag the press, exploit the farm. Progress only goes so far. We can only go so far. Fear takes over and no one's safe. Both sides scream, I'm not listening. Look around at what's happening. Gotta try and make it right. Well, I know that the frightening world just got a little darker now. My hope is we come together, make it better somehow. And if they try to assign a fucking number we won't comply, we'll run far away to where our liberty's safe. In the South Bay, pick up spray paint, aim your cannons on the wall. In the West Bay, take to the streets, burning flags roll by.
So that was all the models replacing the Karambit to make the models have the spin animation that Karambit has. I think some of them came out really well and looked really cool. Some of them not so much. Like the samurai sword, for example, I don't really like the spin animation for that. One that I do really like, unfortunately, I say unfortunately because if all knives are given this spin animation, there's no way I'd get it, which is the frostbite. I just think that the axe spinning looks so cool, but I've got that replaced as my Karambit right now, so I guess, yeah, that's fine. It actually took quite a bit of time. It took me definitely at least a few hours to get all these clips done, which I know isn't that much time, but again, I've got a job, like I've got other stuff that's going on. But this video is actually based off of an old video I did. If you go back, I'll put it on screen now, I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but it was essentially the same sort of premise but with bullet trails. Now this one was a lot easier to do because I just had to replace the models, whereas the bullet trails, this was back when you could edit the source code of Krunker just in browser, and so I had to edit the source code and add bullet trails to each weapon. And to be honest, I'm kind of confused as to why they've not added the ability to toggle bullet trails for every weapon, because I'd love bullet trails for every weapon, and I know some people wouldn't, and you know, you could toggle it separately, but like it's just a setting. Like I don't get what it would, like any issues it would cause. But anyway, Krunker Science, moving on to something else, just a little announcement I wanted to make. Krunker Science, it's not coming out now, apologies. I'm not going to be able to make it. So the Krunker Science was based off of inflation and how much inflation was going on in Krunker and stuff like that. And this was based off of released like statistics that were released a few updates ago, where Sid, I think it was, said there was about 16 million KR being introduced into the market every day or something like that. So I did lots of calculations regarding it. But since then there's been too many adjustments to KR spins that it isn't really feasible for me to be able to make the video accurate, because it just wouldn't be like, well, it wouldn't be accurate. If you guys want to see it, then just say, but just bear in mind that the information would be out of date. CD-ROM video as well. I know that I made a community post about it and announced it in my Discord, which if you're not part of, join in the link down below. That's going to be coming midweek. I decided that if I'm going to make any videos that aren't crunker, I'll probably release them about Wednesday or Thursday-ish for me in England. Finally, this was super easy to do, like actually like do this if you're only doing one knife. So if you've got a Karambit, all you need to do is find the skin ID you have. That's pretty easy. You can just look on, if you press F12 on the Crunker skin viewer, then select your knife, then the skin ID will come into the sources panel. So once you've got the skin ID, just get the model of the new knife that you want and the texture of the new knife you want. Save the model as melee_3.obj and the new knife texture as melee_3_x, you know, underscore whatever ID the skin is, .png. Again, Frostbite looks super cool, so you know, if Sid could just be a real G and just trade me one for that. I'm joking, of course I am. Anyway guys, hope you really enjoyed this video, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.